welcome here inside Martin Ice Arena. My name is Park Morrison alongside my co-caster for today, Zach Kennedy. We've got yourselves quite a matchup for today. Lawrence Tech University, Central Michigan University. The women's ACHA D2 team here to take on Game 2 of the series. Zach, last night, Lawrence Tech with not the best performance we've seen them play all year, or just CMU had a dominant performance. They won 9-1 yesterday. Let's recap that a little bit. The first minute into the game in the first period, Caster Gripe scores, followed by Delray's first just 30 seconds later. Halfway through the first, Delray notched her second. Lapore put in her first goal of the season to close out the period. Moving to the second, halfway through, Maisie Angerman tucked one home to make it 5-1. Following her was Brooke Hubert to give the Chippewas a 5-goal lead, 6-1. And third period, Delray strikes 7 minutes in to pick up her hat trick on the road, so props to her. Sato and Williams finish and find the net shortly after, bringing a 9-1 victory for the now 7-3-1 Chippewa team. Lawrence Tech needs to pick themselves up after last night, and CMU needs to keep the momentum. Zach, take us through kind of what you're expecting out of this LTU and CMU team, a little bit of your keys to the game.
Yeah, first off, I want to say thank you so much, Parker, for having me on today. It's wonderful being color commentating for you today. So what we need to see out of this Central Michigan team is a lot of offensive aggression. We need to keep getting those attacks onto their goal and really force any mistake that we can. Obviously, zone coverage, just keeping that pressure up within it, you know? We just need to wear them down. That's going to be one of Central's big things. Now, you have a lot more experience with this team, Parker, than I do, but really, I think that offensive power is going to be the big key for us. Now, what do you think in terms of defense? How do you think Lawrence is going to maybe adapt to what they saw in the last game?
Well, Lawrence Tech is definitely going to have to pick up the defensive pressure. I mean, clearly after last night, there were more than enough breakdowns for them to get scored on too many times. They've got a pretty short bench looking at it today. However, they're going to have to stop the powerhouse in the top line of Caitlin Williams, Gabriella Nixon, and Brooke Hubert for the Chippewas. That is a force to be reckoned with, and that's something CMU does tremendously. They've got a lot of depth on their bench. The second line coming at Caitlin Armstrong, Annie Caster-Gripe, and Kylie Delray, and just that I could see being the first line itself. Third being Zoe Sauty, Maisie Angerman, and Grace Liatino also arguably could be the first line. And for defense, Declan Whitus, Gabby Lapore, Emily Musser, and Allison Haney, both or all of which are just phenomenal defensive players, have been all year, and have made plenty of stops to keep the Chippewas 7-3-1. Lawrence Tech comes into this game 9-5-3, but before we go anywhere, let's get to your players to watch. And for the Chippewas, we obviously got to throw number 13, Kylie Delray, the captain of this Chippewa team. She had a hat trick yesterday. She's looking to overperform yet again today for Lawrence Tech. The ACHA point leader for the CCWHA, Sophia Buckberger, the fifth year from Ontario, Canada, number 91. She has, in a mere 17 games played, 21 goals, 11 assists to bring her to 32 points. That is just an outrageous stat line to have.
That is so impressive.
And that is something that CMU is going to have to look out for today. So when we come back here on CCHN, we'll have your starting lineups for the Chippewas, for the Blue Devils. Get your goaltenders underway, and before you know it, we'll have first period action for you right here on CCHN. inside CCHN, inside Martin Ice Arena. Zach, take us through our starting goaltenders.
Yeah, that's right. For Lawrence Tech, we got Chloe Lemke in goal. And for Central Michigan, we have Bree Schroer.
For LTU, your starting lineup consists of Alexis Zielinski. On defense, Sarah Benson. For forward, Athena Chetman. Jordan Bibas following that one up for forward. And the defensive pairing of Caitlin Moreland and Addie Langton for CMU. Starting at forward, number 18, Zoe Sauty. Number 4, Maisie Angerman. Number 77, Grace Liatino. For defense, the defensive pairing of Leah Palmer and Carly Sato, 11 and 5 respectively. This 7 and 3 Chippewa team looks to go 8 and 3 today. And this LTU 9 and 5 and 3 team looks to try to get a series split between these Chippewas. Yesterday definitely didn't go in their favor. They look to switch up their game plan a little bit as we are about to get set and about to get underway for puck drop. The refs are getting their bearings ready, and CMU and LTU going over the game plan one last time. So it's going to be an interesting appearance there for Chloe Lemke, or Lemke. She did not start yesterday. That was Rachel Hart, the junior out of Edgewood, New Mexico. So they'll switch it up today. See if anything changes. We're about to get set and underway. Puck drop has ensued. CMU is going to come away with it. Here's Liatino. Down the left side, she passes the blue line. Stops on a dime, sends it back to the point. That's Sato. Sato will send it back up and around the net. Liatino to collect for the Chippewas. Looks for Palmer and connects. Palmer at the top of the circle. She'll send one on net. That one easily deflected by Lemke. And Sato's going to send that one against the boards all the way down behind the net. It's a battle for it. Liatino looks to come away with it. That skips past the blue line. Palmer's going to collect at center ice for the Chippewas. Sends it point to point. Little tape to tape between the defensive pairing. That one up to Maisie Angerman down the right side. She'll swivel. She's got a nifty move. An opportunity. That one off the pads of Lemke. Maisie Angerman almost had her first of the night, and she had one yesterday. Still in the zone, that's Brooke Hubert. Top line out for Central Michigan. That'll skip past the blue line. They're forced to recollect. Caitlin Williams out there with Nixon and Hubert. Chippewas trying to get it past the blue line now, and LTU not letting that happen. Here's Lapore for the Chippewas, paired with Declan Whitus. Caitlin Williams tried to battle for that one against the Blue Devil. That one gets sent down the length of the ice. Icing's going to be waved off. 18:36 left to go here at the Marty. With speed now, here's Whitus. She'll dump it in the zone for the Chippewas. Brooke Hubert puts the burners on to get there in time. That one skips over her stick. Nixon back up to the point. That's Lapore. Williams to collect the rebound. She'll skate center, back up to the point. That's Declan Whitus. Sends one on, and it's going to be gloved up. We'll go to a face-off.
Great aggression from Central right now. They're doing exactly what they're doing, keeping it in the offensive zone, applying that pressure slowly but steadily, looking for any mistake that Lawrence Tech will allow.
Buck Berger, the ACHA leading goal scorer for the Blue Devils, will win that one and sends it away. Musser sends it back up past the blue line. Hubert on Nixon now. She'll dump it in, get around her man. And the Chippewas are just simply skating faster right now, Zach.
Absolutely.
Beating every single Blue Devil to the puck, and they are having a very hard time clearing the zone.
Well, that's what we talked about. We talked about that aggression that the Central needed to keep up in order to keep them ahead of the game.
There's Bernard, the lone goal scorer for the Blue Devils yesterday, and she'll lose it on her stick. It gets sent the Chippewas' direction. Brooke Hubert tried to send that one down. That one almost hits Haney. Trying to get off for a line change. Almost got with too many men on the ice. McIntyre down the right side. She loses it on her stick. That gets hit off Winhurst's skate. Sent all the way back up for the Chippewas. LTU can simply not collect the puck with enough time to get a shot off. And they're having a very hard time clearing the zone. CMU playing some phenomenal offense right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's Darche. Tried to center one for a feed. Didn't get it to go.
Off the net.
Another one-time feed, and Palmer can't find a man open. Here's LTU down the left side. That's Addie Langton.
Oh.
She'll send one on net. Scores.
Right through the 5-hole. A really aggressive, really unfortunate goal. Bree did not want to have that mistake early on in this game. Central Michigan needs to retaliate, get the tone back. Really unfortunate, right through the 5-hole.
Well, Addie Langton gonna pick up her first of the night. Freshman out of Zimmerman, Minnesota. She'll score with less than 4 minutes into the first. So they'll strike first blood. CMU is going to try to recollect themselves, get something going offensively.
Quite different from the last game where they, if I remember correctly, they started up ahead. But now they have to kind of dig themselves out of a hole.
1 goal deficit, nothing too much to worry about as yesterday was a 9-1 win,
Oh,
so
absolutely. Yeah.
no shortage of scoring. And speaking of scoring, Delray out there on the ice now for the Chippewas. She had a hat trick yesterday, looks to reproduce the same way. Here's LTU down the left side now. That's Zielinski. She'll dump it in for a line change for LTU. Picking it up is Sato. She's out there with Leah Palmer. She'll get decked pretty hard. Trying to just get the puck out of the zone here. Armstrong on a Blue Devil. Pinned up against the boards. That was Moreland. Moreland with it again. That one gets sent behind the net. Sato backhands it out of the zone. Saudi right there. Can't get it out on Benson. And he cast her right, backhands it up. Saudi's going to put the burners on there. Try to get down in time, but Moreland's right there for the Blue Devils to keep it out. She'll hit the deck pretty hard. Saudi has an opportunity now as her man was hit. Here's Leontino, one-time shot, scores!
Absolutely phenomenal goal. Just bringing it around to the outside, a chip into the backside of the net, back post, and just a really one-tapper in. A lot of open space on the opposite side there. Lawrence was not ready for that.
Well, Saudi with a great feed to Leontino out in front. Leontino, and she's not going to miss that one when the right side of the net is bare open.
Amen.
So she'll hit that one home. Great one-timer, ties it up 1-1, and Zach, they dug themselves a hole, and within a minute, they dig themselves right back out.
Absolutely.
Here's Moreland, previous defender that just hit the deck, causing that goal for the Chippewas.
Yeah, that was a big mistake by them. That allowed for that pressure. That allowed for that opportunity.
Yeah, well, when you hit the deck like that, it leaves open a 2v3.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's Angerman down the right side. She'll fall, still centers. That one cleared in traffic. Still in the Chippewa zone. Here's Angerman yet again. Looks for the stick lift, gets it. That's Williams that's going to take it away. She's got Whitus. One-time shot, fans on it. Williams to collect her own rebound. Dumps it in. Here's Hubert. Back up to Williams. Williams to Whitus. Whitus back to Williams. Playing a little pass and feed. She'll skate, wait for reinforcement. That one gets poked away. Williams still with it. Pinned up against the boards now. Believe that's Buckberger. Now there's the Chippewas back up to the point. That's Musser. Over to Whitus. And again, the Chippewas just keeping it in the zone. Nixon almost had a redirected shot there. That'll stay out. Musser. LTU just losing their sticks. Finally clears the zone. Getting it out, and they need a line change desperately. Zach, this LTU bench is not very deep tonight. They've got a 9-woman roster with a couple goalings, so 11 in total.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle for them.
And you can already tell they're a lot more tired than the Chippewas already. And I mean, what do you expect when you've really only got 2 lines? Here's a fast break, Nixon. Down the left side to Williams. Loses it on her stick, just over it. Recollected by the Chippewas. Battle against the boards now. Nixon comes away with it. behind the net. She'll stick with it, sends it to the slot, and that one was intended for Simbro. She fanned on that one-timer. Still in the zone, plying the pressure and the squeeze. Here's Darche down the left side now. Comes away off Simbro's feed to the slot. No Chippewas are home to finish it out. That's just going to head right back to Palmer at center ice. Looks for McIntyre. She gets it, feeds it down, and dumps it in. LTU still just trying to come away with it. That was Pernard. Again, the lone goal scorer for the Blue Devils last night. Now picking up a point of her own, Addie Langton. Put herself on the score sheet tonight for the Blue Devils. Here's Winhurst. And that's Langton up against the boards. Winhurst still with it. They try to feed it out to the point. They do. Here's LTU. Benson collects. Up to her point man. That's number 14, Ortega. She's third in points on this LTU bench. Still with it to the slot. That's at her feet. Simbro couldn't find it and clear it away. Benson dumps it right back in. Nifty stick move there, but McIntyre's not fooled by it. She'll take it away. Trying to clear the zone here. She does. Darche is just going to send that one down the length of the ice. Chippewas get fresh bodies out. Icing going to be the call there. So the ref's going to see if they got the line change off in time. They didn't. So they're going to send that previous line back out until they can clear the zone on this faceoff, get a new line change out. But again, Zach, that speed just absolutely dominating the Blue Devils thus far. The score isn't what it was yesterday just yet, but still, you can definitely tell. Loose in front. Here's Buckberger. She'll send it to the point. That's number 7, Benson. Back to recollect. That's Pernard. Right in home in front of the goal, and CMU finally clears it out. Delray almost had an opportunity here, but Palmer's there to recollect the bearing. She'll send one on net. That one directly into the chest of Lemke, and we'll head to a face-off.
Central Michigan is doing a great job with coverage as well. They're doing a great job covering Lawrence Tech's offense and just keeping them from getting any attempt on a shot on goal.
Annie Castor-Gripe won that one for the Chippewas, loose in front of the net. Chippewas hit the deck. Here's Lapore, sends one on net again. There's McIntyre, or excuse me, rather that's Armstrong. Over to Delray, back over to Armstrong. And LTU gonna come away with it down the left side. Tried to go tape to tape with Pernod there. That one just over her stick, so she'll head off for a line change. CMU trying to come the other way with it. That's Sato. She'll dump it out of her own zone. Delray to recollect. She does. Nifty stick move there. Can't collect it on the toe drag, though, so that's number 77, Grace Liatino. That's going to take it away for the Chippewas. Behind the net, stolen by LTU. Here's Buckberger. Nifty stick move there on Castor-Gripe. Goes right again over McIntyre. Ooh. Now past Lapore. She goes in, goes around the back of the net on her backhand. Gets screened there by Armstrong. Sends it out to Zielinski. At their feet, they can't find it just yet. There's Zielinski yet again. She'll look for Ortega. Ortega pinned up against the boards. Looked for Buckberger. That one can't go tape to tape, so the Chippewa is going to clear the zone. Fan on that one was Liatino, trying to just get it past the blue line. She'll send it back to Sato. Sato loses it and gets hemmed against the boards. Liatino skips it out there to, I believe, that was Saudi. That one going to be called icing. So we'll head all the way back down to the Chippewa zone.
A really good attempt by Lawrence Tech there. They had a lot of good puck movement and a lot of great passing. Unfortunately, couldn't take any shots, unfortunately. Central Michigan's defense was really shining through there, just keeping that pressure up.
Well, there's a reason Sophia Buckberger is number 1 in the CCWHA. It's because of moves like that. That one almost off the stick of Zielinski. Good play there from Schroer to keep that puck out of the net. Here's Saudi down the right side. She's got a race for it, along with Maisie Angerman. Liatino's there to stop that one from clearing the zone. It's Maisie Angerman and Grace Liatino on the right side. LTU is going to come away with it. Looking for the open man. There's Langton. Tape to tape. There with Zielinski. She'll lose it on her stick. Gets sent all the way back up to, I believe that's Ortega. That one dumped in. So CMU going to take it away. Whitus up to Maisie Angerman. And she gets hit hard on Benson there. Looked for the toe drag. Couldn't get it to go. Here's Buckberger. Sends it down over. And that one, oh, would skip past the glove. Just out. Schroer still standing strong in net for the Chippewas. Coming away with it is Whitus. Sent up to Williams. Second in points this year for the Chippewas so far. She'll stop on a dime. Look for Nixon. Can't get it to go. LTU takes it away. On the left side. Here's Bibas. She also sits second, this time for LTU. Good move there from Brooke Huber. It's a 2-on-1 ensuing. Williams to her right. She got it. Backhand now to Nixon. Oh, one time just went left of the net. Nixon's going to get it again. On Williams. That one sent down. The ref's got his hands up in the air. CMU looks like they're going to head to the box here. We'll see who this one's on. Going to be an interference call. We'll wait to see who it's on. Williams a little confused if she's headed to the box or not. Williams is going to head to the box for interference. So LTU is going to head to the power play for the first time tonight. CMU on the penalty kill. Williams heavily upset about that one. She didn't think she did anything wrong there. Rest thought otherwise. Here's Ortega. On the power play, one-time opportunity up to the point man. That one goes far right, taken away by Maisie Angerman. Tried for the dump. Ortega collects at the blue line. Again, Ortega with the collection. 7:29 left to go, 1:43 in this power play. Here's Buckberger, back to Ortega. Over to the point, one-time opportunity. Looks for it, got it, doesn't get it to go on net. Maisie Angerman trying to send it out of the zone. There's 4 Blue Devils there. Ortega yet again for the Blue Devils keeps it in. Back to Ortega. Now over to Buckberger. Back to Ortega at the blue line. Looking for the open side. Right in front, Ortega doesn't get that one to go. Maisie Angerman got the zone clearance. She'll head off for a line change. Here's Moreland now. Looks for Ortega. That one just through her skates. So it'll go all the way down, icing the call. 1:01 left to go in this power play for the Blue Devils. 6:46 in the period.
Good offensive aggression by Lawrence Tech. They're trying to find opportunities in the back post, hoping for an opening tap-in. But unfortunately, nothing can happen.
Nixon to dig in for the Chippewas. She'll lose that one on her stick, and it just skips past the blue line. LTU's going to come with it the other way. 4 Chippewas on her. It started as a 1v1, quickly ensued to a 1v4. Here in the slot, Buckberger. That one fans high left.
I think it got tipped by Central.
That one skips past the blue line now. Nixon puts on the burners to get there in time. Blocked outside on the lane. That was Moreland. Sent back up for the Blue Devils. Trying to get something going here. There's Saudi on the steal. She'll just send one on net. It's quickly chested up there by Lemke. Nixon to dig in for the Chippewas yet again. Buckberger, the 5th year out of Oakville, Ontario, to dig in for Lawrence Tech. She'll come away with it. Here's the Blue Devils. That's Pernod. Sends it down into a one-time shot opportunity. Gloved up there by Schroer. No real test for her yet on this power play. There's 9 seconds left in it before Caitlin Williams comes back out of the box, ready to go for the Chippewas.
Bit of frustration and fatigue from this Lawrence Tech offense. Trying their best to get something, but unfortunately that Central Michigan line is just too good.
Buckberger won that on her stick. Top line for CMU's out there. Sent on net, that was Benson. Del Rey is going to come out with it. Williams heads to the bench as Ancaster Gripes is going to come out. Here's Armstrong now. Taken away by LTU. Buckberger down center ice. Faked the shot, sent it over to Benson. Rather, that's Beebus. Out in front, loose, and CMU. Little push and shove.
Wow.
Bree Schroer is going to glove that one up. Buckberger had a great opportunity at a loose puck
Absolutely.
backhander there. But Bree Schroer spreads out the left pad, keeps it out, gloves it up just in the nick of time. 5:19 left to go. We're still deadlocked at 1.
Absolutely. Schroer was standing on her head with that attempt. That was a beautiful pass in, fling it around to the app side, and trying to get it into the back. That was
And on the breakaway, here's Del Rey. She's got speed. She'll send one on net. That one missed. On the rebound opportunity, CMU can't get it to go. That was a close one for the Chippewas. As Armstrong came in, tried for the second chance opportunity.
Try it with the backhand. Unfortunately, couldn't go through.
LTU comes away with it off the face-off, but CMU quickly recollects it. Stolen now by the Blue Devils. Sends it over to Addie Langton. Sends one on net. That one far left. Armstrong to collect for the Chippewas. She gets stick lifted. Can't get it loose. Right out in front is that's Langton that hits the deck there. Armstrong. And again with it, here comes Del Rey. Right behind Ancaster Gripe on the screen. That one poked away by LTU. Past the red line, past the blue line now. It's a 3v2. Here's Langton. Missed it on her stick.
Just couldn't handle it.
And again, it's a battle for the puck on the left side wall. Coming away with it was Whitus. She tried to send it down to Del Rey for his own clearance. Couldn't get it to go. That one was just out in front. Armstrong takes it away. Looked for Del Rey. Blocked by a Blue Devil. Now taken away by Palmer. Again blocked by a Blue Devil. Here's Buckberger. She sends it over to her point man. That one loose out in front. Schroer gloves it up. 3:57 left to go. And Schroer playing hard when it counts.
Amen. Central's defense has fallen apart here. They're allowing too many opportunities into the zone and finding those late ones and getting those great passing by Lawrence Tech.
Well, CMU had 4 goals in their game last night in just the first period compared to tonight's 1. They're going to look to step it up offensively and play a little bit more lockdown defense. Here's Darche down the left side wall. She'll send one on net. That one chested up there by Lemke.
Good aggression by Central there. Really getting into the zone, using their speed as to their advantage. I think they need to exploit more of that.
McIntyre to dig in for the Chippewas. She'll win that one on her stick, sends it over to Darche. Taken away by Buckberger. 3-on-2 ensuing. Quickly move to a 3-on-4. Buckberger sends one out in front off the pad. She'll collect her own rebound over to Ortega. She'll send a slapper on net. That one very far right. It's going to be picked up by Darche. Pinned up against the boards. LTU comes away with it again. Buckberger can't lose it on her stick. Sends one on net. That one far left. Darche again with it. She'll try to get it out of the zone and does. So Lemke going to stop that one from becoming an icing. And LTU is going to come the other way with it. First 10 minutes, it was all CMU. And now the last 10 minutes, LTU's had great offensive pressure. Here's Leotino down the left side. She'll send one on net. That one denied by the right pad of Lemke. LTU behind their own net. That's number 11, Athena Chapman. A senior starter for today. Here's Windhurst. She'll send one on net. Loose out in front. Leotino jabbing away at it. Can't poke it in. Lemke standing tall there.
Yeah, that was impressive with the amount of traffic in front of the net like that. Central Michigan was exactly hoping for that. By putting 2 in front of the net, they were hoping to cause some traffic that would allow for an opportunity to put it in the back of the cage.
Yeah, Leotino, the junior out of Commerce, Michigan, almost had for her first goal of the season. She's got 1 point, that coming at the hands of an assist. That one off the side wall, gloved up there by Lemke off the face-off draw. So we'll head again to the circle.
Lemke's doing a great job finding these pucks throughout all of this traffic. Absolutely fantastic.
Angerman wins that one for the Chippewas, and there's been rarely any face-offs this year that she hasn't won. A great center for the Chippewas. Continues to be so. Starting as just a freshman, and she'll keep it in the blue line there. CMU gonna put the squeeze on the last 2 minutes here. There's Winhurst. She'll keep it in. Leotino and Angerman, the lone forwards up there. Musser at the blue line. Now here's Ortega for the Blue Devils. Sends it down to Langton. On the left side wall. She'll get that one stolen away by Williams. Second leading point scorer for the Chippewas on her backhand. She'll send it out in front. Looks for a slot opportunity. Here's Huber. She's jabbing away at it. Still loose out in front. Lemke can't find it. Finally does. And she'll glove it up for a face-off with 1:32 left to go here at the Marty.
Williams with a great takeaway, and tried to do a wraparound goal to try to sneak it into the net, but unfortunately, Lemke was standing on her head once again, able to find that puck.
Nixon lost the draw, so LTU jabbing away to clear the zone here. Here's Bebus. Look to go tape to tape there with Pernard. Couldn't collect. Hubert finds it for the Chippewas. That one sent past the blue line, and Benson fanned on the one-time pass. Williams comes away with it. She's got Hubert. Dishes it out. Loose out in front off the right pad. Collected by Lawrence Tech. 1 minute left in this first period for the Chippewas. They've got time for a couple good more rushes. Williams lost that on her stick. Nixon to collect the mess. Looks for Williams yet again, and that one sent LTU's direction. A lot of back and forth play style these last 5 minutes. Skips past the blue line. Nixon's gonna keep it in. Buckberger loses it on her stick off the takeaway. And it's again back and forth play style. Palmer tried for it. Now Hubert finally clears the blue line. Still taken away by Benson and dumped in the zone. Palmer for the Chippewas sends it behind her own net. Sends it over now to Declan Whitus. Up to Hubert. Looks for Caster Gripe. Lost on her stick at center ice. Taken away by Buckberger as she'll hit the deck on the right side wall. Caster Gripe just pinning it up for the last few seconds of this period. No penalty called. Actually, rather, ref's hand is up in the air. Tripping. We'll await to see who this one lands on.
I think it's on Lawrence Tech's captain.
It should be on Lawrence Tech's captain. Little flying up in the air there, Buckberger. Thought she dropped the gloves for a second there, Zach. I was a little confused.
Me too.
Looks like she actually got caught up with, I believe that was Zoe Sauty, the assistant captain. Her stick might have flown off with that, her glove. So CMU going to be tied 1-1. The refs are going to discuss with Chris Haney on what that penalty is going to end up being, if that's going to stay on Buckberger or if that's going to change. So when we come back, we'll have second period action, along with most likely a CMU power play. We'll await the ref's decision. Buckberger, the lone skater, out on the ice. So when we come back, second period action, a penalty, and more. You're watching D2 Women's Hockey here on CCHN. back here inside Martin Ice Arena. My name is Parker Morrison alongside Zach Kennedy. For your first period intermission report, we had a couple goals that period. First one opening it up for LTU was Addie Langton. No assist recollected for her, but CMU within 45 seconds of that goal dug themselves right out of the hole. Saudi on the one-time feed over to Liatino. Zach, we've had a lot of action thus far, most notably coming at the very end of the period when Sophia Buckberg, the leading scorer for the ACHA or the CCWHA, 21 goals, 11 assists, and 32 points in just 17 games, picked up herself a 2-minute tripping and a 2-minute unsportsmanlike, that resulting in a 4-minute double-minder. So what that means is they'll put 4 minutes up on the clock. If CMU ends up scoring, they'll take off the first penalty. That 2 minutes will then start and stand. So CMU is going to have to pick up their offensive pressure on the power play. Zach, what are you looking for when it comes to that power play for CMU to get themselves higher on the score sheet?
Great passing. Honestly, that's going to be what it windows down to. We need some great offensive coverage, being aggressive in the zone, and forcing any mistakes that they can. I think that Lenke is good enough to read the puck off of shots, so we got to take those those back posts. We got to find the open man on the opposite side and really capitalize off of that. So aggressive at the net, and then finding those really good passes, which Central Michigan has been good at. I would say Lawrence Tech has been better with it, especially on the rush. But if we can keep Lawrence and kind of exhaust them for these 4 minutes, because I think one of their big disadvantages is their small team. They don't have the ability to do long breaks and long line changes and everything like that. So Lawrence Tech is going to have to. They're kind of in a pickle when they have to manage their team and really look for a lot of poke checks, a lot of these different opportunities to capitalize on any passing mistakes that Central has. But for Central, really finite those passes and find those openings and really sink it into the back of the net.
Well, they definitely did so tremendously in the first period.
Absolutely.
Saudi sent that one-timer over to Liatino on that open backside.
Absolutely beautiful.
And that one time went in to put the Chippewas tied at 1, but we're going to have to see how CMU comes out of the break. We've got just under 30 seconds before we come back, so we'll throw it to break, and when we come back, second period action, 4-minute double minor. CMU will head to the power play for at least a couple minutes, and we'll see how that ensues. You're watching CCWHA Women's Hockey here on Central Club Hockey Network. Welcome back here inside Martin Ice Arena. My name is Parker Morrison alongside my co-caster Zach Kennedy for today. Central going to be sent to the power play for the first time tonight on a 4-minute double minor. 2 minutes for tripping, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike. And that's going to be a very prominent offensive performance for the Chippewas as that captain, Sophia Buckberger, is serving those 4 minutes. So CMU heads to the power play for the first time tonight. Here's Williams down the left side boards. She loses it on her stick, gets taken away by Ortega. Back to Williams now. Sends it up to Nixon. Nixon is going to be sent over to Palmer. Rather, that's Whitus. Whitus backs to Williams. Again, Whitus at the blue line, looks for a slapper, doesn't take it, sends it over to Leah Palmer. Back to Nixon. Sends to Whitus, a shot opportunity, that one, fans left. Nixon
for a tip.
to collect for the Chippewas, 3:25 left to go. Here's Whitus, gets blocked in traffic by her own man. Whitus and Palmer on a race for the puck. Sends it down, and there's Schroer to poke it away. Send up Nixon, left side boards. Loses it for a second, but recollects herself, dumps it down in. Puts the burners on, and she's the first one there. Stops on a dime, sends it over to Williams. Back to Nixon. She'll sit at the bottom of the circle. Really just looking for a slot here, not taking any shots that don't need to be made, and that one just skips over. Musser loses it on her stick, couldn't keep it in. Williams stops on a dime. She has herself up against the boards. Waits for the open shot. Can't find anyone, so she'll dish it down to Hubert. Hubert's going to dish it to Musser. Musser's going to take a shot opportunity. That one just off the post and out. Could hear that one ring from a mile away. And she had Lemke beat by a mile.
She did.
If that one just skid a little closer to the right, we would have been up by one. So Sophia Buckberger still serving that 4-minute double minor penalty for tripping and unsportsmanlike. They've got 21 seconds left in her first for tripping, and then another 2 minutes after that for unsportsmanlike. That'll cross the blue line. CMU is going to recollect at center ice. Sato with it. Nifty stick moves. That gets sent all the way down to Musser, so Caster Gripe gonna dump it in for the Chippewas. She'll send in her speed. There's Del Rey out there now. Pins her man up against the boards. Caster Gripe trying to take it away. Del Rey with a poke check there. Keep it out, but it's cleared by LTU, so Buckberger now 1:40 left to go. She's only got one penalty left to serve. That's the unsportsmanlike call. Del Rey will fumble it on her stick for just a second, try to send it up to Caster Gripe. It's intercepted by a Blue Devil. No avail. It's taken right back by the Blue Devils. Sent all the way down the right side wall. Behind the net. Here's Caster Gripe to take it away for the Chippewas. She'll send it up to Sato. Right down in front. Sato got past her man. That was number 11, Athena Chapman. Right out in front. Angerman didn't see it at her feet. Whitus can't keep it in the blue line. So again, they'll recollect. CMU. The past 3 minutes hasn't had more than 2 shots on net this power play. 16:56 left to go in the period. And LTU trying to keep it in the blue line. It's taken away by the Chippewas. Here's Nixon. Got it past. Skips past the blue line, so they're forced to recollect. 40 seconds now left in this unsportsmanlike call. Cleared again by LTU, so Whitus is going to be sent down the length of the ice to pick it up for the Chippewas. She'll send it down, tape to tape with nobody in particular. Moreland collected and dumped down for the Blue Devils. CMU spent almost an equal amount of time in their defensive zone as they have in the offensive zone this power play.
It's a great PK by Lawrence Tech. Really exploiting it, those mistaken passes.
10 seconds left to go. They've got time for one more rush. Here's Nixon. Tried to center feed. Whitus back up at the point. Buckberger ready to step out of the box the second that clock hits 0. Here's Williams now. She's got a shot opportunity. Sends one on that. That one just skipped past. Almost went in. Loose out in front. Here's Buckberger still out. Her penalty expired. That one redirected. That one loose in front yet again. Here's a shot opportunity. Digging away at it. CMU can't put it home. 15:45 left to go. And they'll come up empty on the power play.
Oh, unfortunate. They had a great opportunity there. Again, it's talking about what I talked about at the intermission, finding that open side of the net.
Great penalty kill from LTU, but look out. Here's Hubert on the right side wall. That one quickly gloved up by Lemke. And that penalty kill for Lawrence Tech just almost impeccable there.
Yeah.
Really, you've got 4 minutes on the clock, nearly a major time limit there.
Yep. whatever they talked about in the locker room, they did. They accomplished it. They rallied together.
Definitely. So CMU looking to open up the score sheet a little more than what they did on that power play. Here's Palmer. Sends it over to Windhurst. She'll try to stick it past her defender, and to no avail. Will miss that one on her stick. Saudy comes away with it down the right side wall, stops on a dime. She'll send it over to Palmer. Palmer at the point, sends one on that. That one chested up by Lemke.
Great eye from Lemke. She's doing a great job fighting that puck.
Definitely a great eye from Lemke. Palmer, just not enough traffic in front of the net for Lemke to miss that one. So Angerman and her line of Zoe Saudy, Grace Liatino, going to stay out there. And Windhurst and Palmer, defenders. Angerman to dig in for the Chippewas, won that yet again. Great stick lift there from Saudy. Missed a shot, fan on it high wide. Here's Jordan Beebis against Saudy. Taken away by Liatino. Angerman on the rush for it. She picks it up. Angerman, wraparound shot. That one loose out in front. Taken away there by Caitlin Pernod. She's been quiet tonight, but opened up the score sheet for LTU yesterday. Liatino to Palmer to Angerman. Angerman on the redirected shot. Buckberger checks her own teammate there. So Saudy's going to send one on that. That one just goes off the stick. Angerman for the Chippewas takes it down the right side wall, sends it to the slot. Fanned on the one-time shot was Liatino. Here's Windhurst. She'll send one on that. That one off the right side blocker. And here's Buckberger the other way with it. Past the blue line. She's got Palmer on her. Sends it right through Palmer's legs. And Schroer will chest that one up. And Buckberger almost snuck one past there. Leah Palmer just opened up wide enough for Buckberger to shoot it through her skates.
What a series of events. I was having flashbacks from the first period with the mishap by Lawrence Tech. Oh. A nice shot attempt there by Lawrence.
Well, that one's going to stay out as Noelle Simbro is going to try to come away with it for the Chippewas. Kept in by LTU. Here's the point. Sends it down to Addie Langton. Back and forth play style in the Chippewa zone. Nobody can seem to clear it yet or take a shot opportunity. Finally cleared all the way down. That one just skips past Valeria Ortega's stick. Sent down the length of the ice for icing. 13:28 left to go. We are scoreless in this period.
Yeah, and what a period it's been. There's been a lot of great attempts. And despite Lawrence Tech being on the PK, they've been able to rally and getting a couple of shots. I would for sure thought they were going to be exhausted.
Well, here's Langton. She'll send one on net. That one blocked out. Ortega will send that one off the glass behind the referee. Sent down to the slot, loose out in front. The lone defender there for the Chippewas. Capped that one out. Lots of traffic out in front to block any opportunity for LTU. Diminishes a little bit there. That one sticked away by Schroer. Back to the point is LTU. They've had it in their own zone for quite some time now. Here's Darche on the left wall for the Chippewas. Still can't stick it out. Finally gets it past the blue line, collected by Simbro. Quick poke check, sees LTU take it away. That one hits Flegel on the bench there. Good thing she's the one with the most padding.
That's for sure. That is for sure.
So it's up and out of play. We'll head to most likely the offside dot.
This game has been very back and forth with the offensive possession. No side has necessarily been super dominant with how the side, one-sided. So it's been great to see both sides giving it all today.
So we're going to head to the left of Lemke for the face-off. Caster Gripe tried to dig in for the Chippewas. Lost that one on her stick. Sato sends it down. In front now for the Chippewas. That top line of Kylie Del Rey, Caster Gripe, and Armstrong comes out. Along with the defensive pairing of Declan Whitus and Carly Sato. Sent down the length of the ice now is icing, so we'll head all the way back down. This time to the right of Schroer. Pastor Gripe to battle for it against Buckberger. Both great centers for their respective teams. Loose out in front, a shot opportunity, scores! Kalina Pernard, the freshman from Cleveland, Ohio, puts it home for the Blue Devils, and they'll take the lead.
This was a stellar goal by Lawrence Tech. They were able to find exactly what Central Michigan wanted to do during the penalty. Unfortunately, a great pass into the center, had a lot of time to take her shot. She almost had a whole second on that, and she found the back of the net opposite side.
Yeah, that looked almost exactly like the Saudi to Liatino goal that happened earlier in the first. Both teams leaving that back door completely wide open. So LTU opens the score sheet here in the second, 11:56 left to go. CMU finds themselves in their second deficit of the game. That one sent onto net.
Bit of frustration there.
Definitely a bit of frustration for this Chippewa team. That was Gabby Lapore that sent one on. Far over the top of the net, still gloved up by Lemke, so we'll head to the left of her for another face-off. Underway, CMU will win that one. Nixon takes it away just past the blue line. CMU has to recollect themselves. They'll dump it on in. Williams, Gabriella Nixon, and Brooke Hubert out there. Here comes the Blue Devils down the right side. Sends it up to center ice. There's Langton. Sends one on net. That one, no real trouble for Bree Schroer. This will head back to a face-off. They'll get a fresh line change out, so will CMU. That in the likes of Maisie Angerman, Zoe Saudi, Grace Liatino. Coming out with the defensive pairing of Emily Musser. One for that was Maisie Angerman. I don't think she's won or lost a single face-off tonight, Zach.
No, I don't think so either. Unfortunately,
there's an opportunity. That one just off the stick of Schroer.
Oh. Not over yet.
LTU getting plenty of opportunity, scores!
Wow.
Kalina Pernod yet again. She picks up her third on the weekend. And CMU finds themselves down by 2.
Absolutely wonderful puck handling by Lawrence Tech. That was a phenomenal. She forced the puck to the right side and made Schroer move with it, and then switching back and putting it in the backhand into the net.
Yeah, great play there by Pernod. CMU gonna take a timeout. We'll stay right here though, break down everything that just happened. CMU is having a very tough time finding the puck. I believe that's kind of where it boils down to right now.
Absolutely.
Is Pernod lost it on her, or excuse me, a Chippewa lost it on her stick. Pernod took it away. Nifty little toe drag down in, went to the right side, made a Schroer hit the post and skate left to get there for the blocker save. Pernod faked her out, went on the backhand, put that one home for LTU. So they now have 2 unanswered in the second period. And it's really just a defensive breakdown for CMU right now that's hurting them. Their offensive performance is still very, very strong. It's just clearing that zone when they can. And this is a very opposite performance from what we saw yesterday from this LTU team. It was a 9-1 win in the Chippewas' favor, and they see themselves down 3-1 here in the second.
Absolutely, yeah. Central's just not able to capitalize on any of the passes within the offensive zone. They've had a lot of great opportunities, but can't sink anything. Can't have the finesse that Lawrence Tech has with putting it in the back of the net.
Yeah, those takeaways have been a real issue for them.
Absolutely, speaking of which. Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, we see Saudi take it away in the Lawrence Tech zone, and she'll turn it right back over. Windhurst keeps it in the blue line, battles out, and it skips just past. So here comes LTU. Now taken away by Saudi. She'll hit the deck, gets tripped up. Skips past the blue line, and CMU can't keep it in their own zone. Now taking away with it on a
They're
rush
losing
is LTU. They've got another opportunity. Nifty toe drag, lost it on her skate. Here's Angerman down the right side on Buckberger. Quick poke check, sees them both hit the deck. LTU still with it. Here's Pernod. She's got 3 on the weekend, 2 in just this period alone. And she's been the story for the Blue Devils thus far.
Central Michigan just having trouble finding the puck and bringing it out of the zone.
Windhurst tried to go tape to tape there with her teammate, couldn't get it to go. Here's Langton, shot on net. That one just far right, had Schroer beat. But she'll keep it out. There's LTU just at center ice now. One-time pass, sends it over to Windhurst. Lost it on her stick. Here's Darche, 2-on-2 forming. 3-on-2 now. Darche still with it. That one, shot opportunity deflected off a stick. That one sent high up into the netting. So we'll head to yet again another face-off. 9:33 left to go here in the second period.
That was the most. It's been a while since I've seen Central Michigan actually attack LTU's goal. This has been they're in kind of a drought right now. They just can't find anything.
LTU definitely having a more dominant performance than yesterday for sure.
Absolutely.
Losing 9-1 and now sitting here up 2.
I think that PK really gave a lit of fire under them.
Well, it definitely did. Here comes LTU on the rush yet again. That one bounced off Schroer's pads. Lost it for a second. Found her balance. And she'll keep it out of the net to keep this one 3-1.
That was a very dangerous. That could have been a nasty rebound if the Lawrence Tech was there.
It definitely could have been a nasty rebound. Here's Del Rey, the top scorer for the Chippewas. Sends one on net. That one deflected off the pads. She'll find her first shot of the night. She's been quiet on the score sheet thus far.
Yeah, they're going to need their captain to really rally them together if they are to have a chance to come back from this little deficit.
Well, she had a hat trick yesterday. No points yet today. So the rest of this second period and moving into the third, our team's going to expect her to provide a little more offensively than she has thus far. She'll send it down out in front. That one loose. Still kept out in front behind the back of the net. Poked there away by Lemke. Caster Gripe to collect it for the Chippewas. She'll backhand it behind the back of the net yet again. That one sticked right over the net. Whitest, the one-time slapper, missed it. Got blocked by a player. She'll send it back out in front. LTU still can't clear the zone. They finally do, as it skips just past Whitest. Tried to chop it down, couldn't get it to go. So here's Lapore. Sends it up to Del Rey. Del Rey will lose it on her stick for a second. Sends it over to Armstrong. That one's intercepted and taken away by Caster Gripe. Again intercepted. Here's Buckberger down the right side wall. She's got a shot opportunity, sends one on net. That rebound could have been dangerous. It was loose out in front for a couple seconds.
2 nasty attempts by Lawrence Tech there.
Schroer standing strong when she needs to, though, keeping this deficit at only 2. Nothing CMU hasn't come back from before.
Still plenty of game left.
Chippewas pinned up against the board. Finally comes away with it as LTU. If they can get it out, they have an opportunity. Here's Caster Gripe on the breakaway. She's quickly smothered by Blue Devils defenders.
She was coming from a standing start. She had no chance. Lawrence Tech had the speed to get back.
Yeah, Lawrence Tech definitely put on the burners there. And like you said, when you're at a standing start, it's much harder to get momentum underway. Here's CMU the other way with it. That's Brooke Hubert. Down the left side wall. She'll look for the open shot, sends it to Nixon at the top of the point. Now behind the back of the net. Quick shot opportunity. That one has her stick broken. Nixon, or excuse me, rather that's Palmer. She'll take it away at her own right circle. Try to go tape to tape with Williams. That one just passed her stick. Icing the call, 6:17 left here to go. LTU with 2 unanswered this period. CMU looking to make a comeback as we'll head to the right of Schroer.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Lawrence Tech has definitely had more dominance within this period than Central Michigan. Central Michigan somehow has to rally. They have to rally together in order to really come up with a goal here. I think a goal would really put them back into this game.
Well, that penalty kill, as we mentioned earlier, just set the Blue Devils up with bounds of momentum. You've killed off a 4-minute penalty against one of the better teams in the conference. They sit at number 4 in the most recent rankings. This LTU team sits at 8.
Yeah, exactly. Lit a fire, gave them confidence, really made them super aggressive, which has worked
Williams.
out significantly.
She'll dump it past Benson. Backhands it over to Nixon. Nixon back to Williams, behind the back of the net. Looks up to Palmer. Palmer to Sato at the blue line. Sato looks for a shot opportunity, tried to send it down in front. That's blocked in traffic. Taken away is Alexis Zielinski for LTU. Quickly recollected there by Caitlin Williams. And a lot of back and forth play style. No team can seem to hang on for it for more than a couple seconds, but here comes Lawrence Tech the other way with it. Here's Addie Langton. She'll send one on net. That one's deflected. Sato to collect for the Chippewas. She's down the right side wall now with speed. Liatino to her left. Loses it on her stick off the poke check. Sends it out in front. Liatino can't get to it in time. LTU takes it away yet again. 3-on-1 ensuing. She'll just dump it down in. And it's up, over, and into the netting off of Zielinski's hit. So we'll head back to a face-off yet again.
Both teams showing a lot of speed here, really being super aggressive. And that's what you got to do, you know? You got to be super aggressive with the puck, and more for Lawrence Tech, they need to be aggressive to keep the lead, and Central needs to find the speed that they need.
Well, here's Liatino now with it. She loses it on her stick. Tried to send over to Hubert and loses it at center ice. It's a battle between the blue lines. Hubert finally comes away with it. Loses it again on her stick. That's sent past the blue line, recollected by the Chippewas. Tried to go tape to tape with Liatino, and that one just passed her left stick. Battling now. Sends her defender to the deck. Maisie Angerman out in front. Nifty move. Tried the backhand. And that one out and blocked by Chloe Lemke.
If she had a chance to lift that, she might have had a really cute, really awesome goal there.
Definitely.
Get it over the pads in between the glove and the pad. But unfortunately, couldn't get there.
Well, here comes the Chippewas the other way. Brooke Hubert with speed will send one all the way down and deflect it off a stick. Maisie Angerman battling against the boards, taken away now by Chloe Darche. Sent again down the length of the ice. The Chippewas can't seem to hang on for it for more than a couple seconds.
Central Michigan needs to get to that back post. There's been a lot of opportunities for a rebound, but no one is in that back post to make the punishment. Central Michigan needs to adapt to that change in order to get a goal here in the second period.
They definitely do. CMU still sits at a 2-goal deficit with 3:40 left to go in the second period. To dig in for the Chippewas. Here's Darche. On the blue line, they're going to call that one offsides. So we'll head back to the face-off circle. McIntyre for the Chippewas. He's going to dig in, this time against Alexis Zielinski. Rather, that's Buckberger. She'll lose it on her stick. Whitus, the defender to collect, sends it over to Windhurst. Windhurst up to Simbro. Again, loses it on her stick. That one sent to Darche. She'll send it behind the back of the net where Simbro meets her.
Lost the puck.
Lost out in front. Had a great opportunity if they could have got to it in time, but Windhurst is going to be sent back with Whitus to collect that defending puck. Here's LTU. They'll keep it in the blue lines. Whitus with it now. She'll look for a clearance. Get caught up with the Blue Devil. Sends it over to McIntyre and now to Darche. Darche will send it past the red line here. And up to Benson. She's also been quiet tonight. But there's a full another third period coming up in just 2 minutes and 40 seconds. CMU trying to stick it past the likes of Addie Langton. Can't get anything to go right now as they're just trying to clear the zone, get on a rush. Here's Kylie Delray down the left side. She'll stop on a dime as she's quickly smothered. Still keeps it on her stick, finally loses it. Caster Gripe with a great stick lift there to take it away for the Chippewas. Also loses it on her rush. Kylie Delray now with a one-time opportunity. It's loose in front. Skipped just past the Chippewa there. Armstrong got hit pretty hard. She hits the deck. They'll make sure she's okay. Hop back up and head to a face-off.
Well, that's a shame. Armstrong was in the perfect place. She adapted to what the Central Michigan needed. She needed to get onto that net and for a chance for a rebound. Unfortunately, couldn't get anything. It was once again smothered up by Lemke. Once again, finding the puck through the traffic, which is very impressive.
Yeah, her eye for the puck through the traffic is very impressive. Here's Palmer on the shot. Still loose in front. It scores!
There we go.
Annie Caster Gripe scores for the Chippewas. Off the rebounded opportunity. She had
There
one tonight.
you go.
She'll put another one in tonight. Chippewas now only down by one with 1:59 left to go in this second period of action.
Yep, Casper. And again, there it is. That's exactly what they needed, that loose puck. Those opportunities that Lemke is not smothering it, covering it with her glove. The Central is capitalized, and there we go. Now it's a one-score gap.
Here's Kylie Delray down the right side wall. Leah Palmer going to pick up the assist there on Caster Gripe's rebound goal. And speaking of which, she's here again. She'll drag down in. Another opportunity. Fans on that one. Here's Armstrong to collect for the Chippewas. Pinned up against the boards. Here's Kylie Delray, centering feed. Picks up her own mess. It's loose out in front again. And they're finally getting some great opportunities on net. Lemke gloves it up with 1:20 left here to go, and that's something that they're finally getting going. Is they're taking advantage of those rebounds, Zach. It's something that they need to start doing because Lemke's eye, when it comes to reading things through traffic, is just simply too good for them tonight. So off the rebound opportunities is where CMU is going to have to start shining. Caster Gripe opened it up for them, and they just tried it again there. Almost snuck another one by.
We see an absolute shift here, and I think that's due to the fatigue of the Lawrence Tech's team right now. They're really, we have a minute left, but they still have to, yeah, they're very much fatigued.
It comes a little too late for the Chippewas. Is Lawrence Tech going to get some time to rest back up in the locker room after this period ends?
Ideally, Central wants to capitalize with a minute left. Oh,
that one redirected, shot, score! Schroer gets hit. I'm not sure if she gloved it up there and it fell in. But LTU gonna bring the lead back up to 2. Believe that was Zielinski that's getting credited with the goal.
yeah, that was a lot of action in the goal zone. That
Yeah, it was loose out in front for a second, redirected, and I believe Schroer might have gloved it up and fell backwards into the net,
I think so.
causing that to go in and count as a goal for the Blue Devils.
Yeah.
We'll await the PA, see what happens there, but here's Angerman, and she's got Liatino to her left. She'll fan on the shot. Chapman gonna pick up the assist for the Blue Devils on that one. And the other way with it is LTU. Whitus sends it down over to Windhurst. She's got 12 seconds left to go. Here's Maisie Angerman. Sends it to Liatino. Fans on the one-time shot, gloved up. Time's going to stop. 5.5 seconds left to go. CMU, if they can win this draw, might have an opportunity for one more shot before time runs out.
It happens. Anything can happen in hockey. 5 seconds can get you a goal.
Well, we've seen CMU do it before. They're looking for it again.
We've seen the Red Wings do it too last season.
Very, very true. So they're going to send Annie Caster Gripe out to dig in for the Chippewas. She'll lose the faceoff, and that'll cause time to run out. 4-2 your score in the second period. Plenty of action to unpack in the second intermission report. So when we come back, third period action, you're watching women's D2 hockey here on CCHN. inside Martin Ice Arena for your second period intermission report. My name is Parker Morrison alongside Zach Kennedy. And we had quite the action for you there in the second. Not coming mainly at the hands of the Chippewas if you're a Chippewa fan. But if you're an LTU fan, that second period was nice for you. As we saw Pernod take down 2 goals there. That brings her to 3 on the weekend series. And then we saw Zielinski pick one up as well for the Blue Devils. Palmer for the Central Michigan Chippewas sent one over to Castor. One-time opportunity, almost the same as Saudi and Leontino's earlier in the first. So CMU sits at a 2-goal deficit. Your score 4-2. And behind the play there, right before second period ended, we saw Saudi holding that shoulder on her way off the ice. So we hope that she is okay and can return there in the third. If not, we wish her a speedy recovery in whatever it may be.
Amen.
However, let's go ahead and recap a lot of the action that we saw there in the second period.
Right.
That first starting out with the 4-minute double minor from Sophia Buckberger, 2 minutes for...
Absolutely. Lawrence Tech utilized that perfectly. I think they used the classic setting the tone. I think that's a perfect example of that. Being super aggressive on that PK allowed Lawrence Tech to gain that advantage through this period. I would say this period was Lawrence Tech's to take. They were super aggressive, they capitalized on the mistakes, and overall had really great puck handling. And what allowed them to have that super aggressive nature was setting the tone during that PK. That lit a fire under them, giving them the momentum to push through. Now, Central Michigan hasn't bad either. They've had a lot of opportunities. Once again, they need to capitalize on that back post and those rebounds. I said it in the last intermission report, and then I said it a couple of times during the last period. That is where Central Michigan is going to find, because Lemke is seeing the puck well. Once again, I'm going to reinstate that she's doing phenomenal, being Lawrence Tech's starting goalie right now. So, Central Michigan is going to have to drop some game plans here in the second half. Now, is Lawrence Tech going to respond to that? Are they going to predict Central Michigan to be more aggressive at the net, be more aggressive and try to get those rebounds? How is Lawrence Tech going to respond? It's kind of too early to say. I think that they are going to do a great job with covering that back post. That's something they're going to have to work on, but they also have to manage their energy. I think what allowed Central is that little spurt in the later half was that tired and fatigue. Obviously, being a smaller team, that's something that they're going to have to readjust. And Central Michigan needs to capitalize that. They need to have strong defense in the beginning and then a very strong offense in the second. Really capitalize off of that tired Lawrence Tech team.
Yeah, definitely. CMU and Lawrence Tech sit here 4-2. The motto in hockey is the first and the last minute are the most important of every single period.
Yeah.
And CMU tried to live up to that one and failed on the last minute. I believe it was 50 seconds left on the clock there.
You hate to see it.
And CMU ended up giving up that goal to Zielinski as they just got it within 1. They fall down again to 2. So their defensive breakdowns are definitely going to have to be discussed and worked on there in the third.
Absolutely.
We're looking to see a lot more offensive pressure as well. It looked like even on the penalty kill there from that 4-minute double minor from Sophia Buckberger, about half of that was spent still in the CMU defensive zone. It looked like a casual 5-on-5. So CMU really going to have to work on their defensive pairings, pick that up offensively, put some more shots on net. As you mentioned, that traffic screen doesn't really fool Lemke that much today, and she played almost impeccable goalie standpoint. Excuse me, from a goalie standpoint. Schroer playing phenomenal as well, standing up strong where it counts. Unfortunately, gave up that last-second goal in the end there.
Absolutely. And
So
Lawrence Tech's goals were phenomenal as well. Those toe drags into the opposite's net, that by Berger, that was phenomenal stuff. I think one of the people who really have to wake up and really rally the team is Kylie.
Yep, Kylie Del Rey, number 13, the captain for this Chippewa team. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting third period to see kind of what the strategy is coming out. We saw in the second period a lot of what that was for both teams was, you know, a defensive structure. However,
Absolutely.
that broke down for CMU, picked up for LTU, and that's where we see the deficit come from. So just under a couple seconds left to go before the skaters come back out. We'll head to a break for a short time, give us a breather, and when we come back, third period action underway right here on CCHN. Welcome back here inside Martin Ice Arena for your matchup. Central Michigan Lawrence Tech. LTU currently leads 4-2 as we enter the third period, something we forgot to look through in that intermission. Let's take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard. The Lions currently lead the Colts 14-6. The third quarter had just begun. And CMU volleyball falls at the hands of Ball State yesterday in the MAC tournament. A great season for them, nothing to be disappointed by.
Nope.
They had an absolutely phenomenal season. So we'll get set for third period action. 2-4 your score. CMU down by 2 as we are underway. LTU going to take that one off the draw, quickly recollected by Central. Battle at the blue line, and a Blue Devil's going to take it away. That's Moreland. She'll send it back to her defensive pairing. And it goes all the way down the length of the ice. Caitlin Williams battles against the boards, hits pretty hard. And CMU looking to set something off defensively and try to clear this zone immediately. Whitus loses it on her stick, so Zielinski's going to take it away, send a shot on net. That one deflected off the stick of Gabby Laporte. That pass attempt hit Hubert, so she'll take it away down the left side wall, sends one on net. That one, oh, Nixon tried to chop it down and in the net. That would have not counted anyways. It would have been a high stick if she hit that puck. So that shot quickly gloved up there by Lemke. A lot more offensive pressure from the Chippewas already. So
They're
something to look forward to.
They're going to start trying to set the tone here early in this third period.
Yeah, definitely setting the tone is a very large factor in hockey.
I would argue it's the most important.
Caster Gripe loses that one off the draw. LTU tries to take it away. They do. That one quickly deflected back. Caster Gripe sends it down to Armstrong. Tried to look for a slot pass, no dice. Leah Palmer is going to send that one on net. That one quickly deflected off the glove standings of Lemke. CMU hemming the Blue Devils in their own zone right now. And as I say that, the assistant captain for this Blue Devil team is going to send it the length of the ice. That's Ortega. Battle out in front, loose for just a couple seconds there before Caster Gripe took it away and cleared it out of the danger zone. Here's Kylie Del Rey. Caster Gripe to her left on the breakaway. She'll send it to Caster Gripe. That one-time shot opportunity fans, and that could have been amazing for the Chippewas as that entire left side back door was open. Caster Gripe gonna get called there. Looks like it's probably gonna be for checking. We'll await the ref's official call. Yep, it is going to be cross-checking. Caster Gripe's going to head to the box for 2 minutes. So CMU going to head back to the penalty kill. LTU back on the power play. Both teams 0 for 0 on the power play thus far. Or excuse me, 0 for 1. CMU 0 for 2.
That is not what CMU needed. That's not. What's one way to break up setting the tone? A penalty.
Yeah, it definitely is. Brooke Hubert on the draw. Clearance attempt no good as Caitlin Williams lost it on her stick. That one just deflected wide. 17:48 left to go, 1:50 in this penalty. That check is definitely going to be called.
Yep.
She'll get head to the box most likely for interference.
Okay, I take it back.
As Hubert hit the deck pretty hard on that one. That's going to be Athena Chapman, senior from Edwardsburg, Michigan. So a 4-on-4 for about 1:45 seconds, and then CMU will go on the power play for 15.
Let's see how this goes.
Hubert to dig in, as Ortega is going to take it away for the Blue Devils. A lot of open ice for the Chippewas to work with. Addie Langton down the right side wall. Sato on that, clears the zone, gets it just past. That call is actually going to be considered roughing.
Yeah, there's no stick involved in that check. But that was still a hard hit.
Williams looks for the stick lift. Brooke Hubert now takes it away. 1:12 left to go in this LTU penalty. 1:24 left to go for CMU. Musser, quick one-time shot. That one quickly gloved up. They wanted to just get a line change out, so they'll send one on net and get this top 4-on-4 line out. Both teams going to make a quick change here. So Addie Langton and Alexis Zielinski, some of the leading goal scorers for this team, going to head out. Maisie Angerman on the draw. She's been impeccable thus far, and it doesn't change. Here's a shot opportunity for the Chippewas. That one just far left. McIntyre now with it, sends to the slot. That one tried to get to Maisie Angerman, just missed her stick. And that clearance to take going to be chopped down.
That was good
by
positioning.
the Chippewas.
That was good positioning by Angerman. She just couldn't settle the puck and get it in.
Definitely a very good position by Angerman. So here she is down the right side wall now. She'll skate around. Stops on a dime. Looks for the slot. That's taken away by Buckberger, the lone defender of Declan Whitus. There for the Chippewas. That one's going to go far left. 26 seconds left to go in this penalty for CMU. 37 for the Blue Devils. Looks for a shot. Recollected themselves. Here's Buckberger with it. She's got space and time. That one's quickly cleared away by Declan Whitus. Sent up to Angerman. Kept it on her stick. Went tape to tape down the right side of wall. She'll quickly toe drag. Can't get anything going as a result. But McIntyre's going to keep it in play. Tried her own toe drag and missed that one on her stick. Palmer now with it. CMU on the power play for about 15 seconds. Leah Palmer sends up to the point. That's Haley Windhurst. Back to Palmer. Over to Hubert. Hubert. Not enough time to get a shot off. And we're back to a 5-on-5. Both teams come up empty on the power plays.
CMU 0 for 3, Lawrence 0 for 2.
Not a stat you want to see really for either team there.
No.
Tripped up there on the play against the boards, but LTU comes away with it nonetheless. Brooke Hubert tried to keep that one in the zone. Leah Palmer is going to take it away for the Chippewas and sends up to Windhurst on the left side wall. She'll look for Hubert, lost it on her stick. Taken away by the Blue Devils. Now is Moreland. Sent all the way back up to Zielinski. Top right. Back and forth play style. Really just a battle between the blue lines right now. No team able to get it past their respective zone. Moreland will send it back down. That one almost taken away by the Chippewas. Lost it on her stick yet again. Good defensive break up there from Windhurst. Sees it not clear the blue line. That one just missed. 14:31 left to go. CMU desperately needs a goal to bring momentum back in their favor. Brooke Hubert down the right side wall. She'll look for the open pairing. That one doesn't skip just past the blue line yet, so it'll stay in the Chippewa D zone. CMU having a very hard time clearing. They finally do. Nixon comes away with it. She'll dump it on in.
Having a difficult time with possession, Central Michigan.
They definitely are. Unable to hold the puck for more than a couple seconds right now. And against a team that they beat 9-1 yesterday, this is a score that you just simply wouldn't expect coming into the second game of this series.
A bit of frustration from the Central Michigan team, as I say.
Here's Del Rey. She'll spin, send it to the slot. And her teammates weren't expecting that one. Lost it at their feet. LTU the other way with it. 2-on-3 ensuing. Caster Gripe with speed. Clears the traffic. Delray tried to come away with it. No dice on her stick lift. On the left side wall. LTU behind the net now. I believe that's Buckberger. She'll send it up, clears the blue line. McIntyre's going to try to put the burners on. Her speed, though, isn't matched by Sarah Benson of the Blue Devils. CMU still trying to just get something going, and they can't. Beavis was down at the blue line, almost waiting to get a cherry pick off.
She really was. She was just waiting in the shadows for something. And she almost had it.
She did almost have it. She dumps it in and gets ready for a line change. As this short line of LTU is still outplaying Central offensively. As we sit here 4-2, still scoreless. Although we didn't have any goals in that second period until the second half of it, past the 10-minute mark.
Well, I can say that Lawrence Tech is definitely adapting to that. They're crowding the middle, making sure that there is no opportunity for Central to get into that center, get in front of the goal for a rebound. They're doing a great job with that. And Central Michigan is frustrated with that fact.
They're definitely playing a little frustrated right now, is not able to get anything going. The clearance attempts not working for them whatsoever. They're losing it at their feet. They can't get it past the blue line. That one just sticks past. It's going to be kept in by Zielinski, patted away by Schroer. Whitus now with it. Past their own blue line. With speed up the right side. And CMU not setting up a play. They're just throwing shots on net. And that's going to be easily gloved up there.
Going for a line change.
By Lemke. So they'll get some fresh bodies out on the ice. And the likes of their two assistant captains. We do see Saudi head back out to the ice. It is good to see that she is not hurt.
Great. That is wonderful news.
Angerman back on the faceoff. What do you expect? She wins that one yet again. Winhurst lost it on her stick, so Palmer's forced to put the burners on and recollect for the Chippewas off that mistake. Fanned on the pass. Maisie Angerman right on her tail. CMU can't keep it in the blue lines. They're desperately needing a goal here. Here's Leotino. She'll send one on net. That one's far right, but she'll stay with it. Her stick gets caught up. She tries to send it to the slot, blocked out by the Blue Devils. And here comes Buckberger. Sends it over to Beavis. Blocked out by Palmer. Tried to hit it against the wall, send the zone clearance, and her stick gets tied up. Here comes Leotino yet again. She'll send one on net just to get a line change off, so she'll head out with Saudi. And in comes Caitlin Williams and Brooke Hubert. Here's Winhurst now, the defensive pairing with Palmer. Looks up for Hubert. Goes tape to tape. Here's Williams. Oh, and that one, after the Hubert pass, sent to Nixon right off the left crossbar and out. That one could have been huge for the Chippewas, bringing it to only within one. However, we still sit 4-2. Hubert lost it on her stick. Couldn't find where it was, so it gets sent past, flying back to the LTU zone, where Sato's there to send it up to Williams. Williams backhands to Nixon, loses it on her stick. LTU takes it away. Palmer clears the zone. And here is an opportunity. Hubert gets there first. She loses it on her stick. It's in the slot now. Kaylin Williams looks for the shot opportunity again behind the net. You could hear the defensive pairing of Sato and Musser screaming for that puck. Caitlin Williams wasn't able to get it off. Here's Eddie Langton to dump down for LTU. Gabriella Nixon tries to clear the zone. Still can't. CMU unable to get it past the blue line. And they've struggled with this all game, and they continue to struggle with it here in the third. Little battle between the blue lines right now. Here's Buckberger coming away with it to the slot. CMU cannot let up a goal if they want to stay in this one, and they don't. Schroer gloves that up and gets it out of the danger zone. 9:10 left to go. CMU is going to get fresh bodies out. That and the likes of their captain, Kylie Del Rey, Annie Castor-Gripe, and Caitlin Armstrong. Out there with her is Gabby Lapore on the defensive pairing. Finally clearing the blue line as Moreland's just going to dump that one in. Backhanded there by Declan Whitus, and it gets sent to Moreland. Moreland out in front. She'll send one on net. That one skips past the blue line. CMU has been on defense for probably 50 to 60% of this past 5 minutes. They can't get anything going. Here's Castor-Gripe. She'll send one behind the net, and it's immediately taken away by the Blue Devils.
Your defensive pressure is good, but you're in a deficit. You need offensive time here.
McIntyre sends it up to their captain, Kylie Del Rey. She'll sit with it, wait for reinforcements. Nice. Back to McIntyre. McIntyre's got an opportunity, sent on the face mask, and quickly gloved up by Lemke. That one a dangerous opportunity, and the Chippewas' first real dangerous opportunity in probably the past 10 minutes.
That was nice. That was a very good offensive opportunity. Basically, they need to adjust. They need to just take shots right now. And you can't have rebounds if you're not taking shots.
Maisie Angerman wins probably her 19th draw of the night and continues to keep that 100% draw streak. Palmer sends it down low. Right back to the point. There's Palmer. Sends one on net. Tried the redeflection. Hits Maisie Angerman. And that one up and out.
Good idea. Good idea. Tip would work too.
7:53 left to go. Schroer's going to stick that one away. Sends it up to Angerman. Loses it on her stick. Saudi is going to put the burners on. Get back in time. She can't. Icing called.
Okay, a little bit of shift. I'm noticing that Central is being a lot more confident a little bit. They need to keep their possessions though. They can't allow those sticks, that puck to just reach out of them. They just need to control it a little bit more.
7:41 left to go in this one. Still scoreless in the third, which means we still sit 4-2. Maisie Angerman back in the draw. Won it again.
Just keeping that streak alive and well. Good on her.
Ooh. And a quick hit.
There we go.
We'll send it down the length of the ice yet again. Saudi to put the burners on this time. Ooh. As her LTU pairing is tripped up, Maisie Angerman sends to Saudi. Saudi looks for the open opportunity in the slot. Maisie Angerman gets her stick lifted. Can't get the shot off. Right out in front. She'll get tripped up. Palmer's glove keeps it in the blue lines. An opportunity as it goes around the back of the net off Whitus' stick. Excuse me, rather that's Liatino. And CMU forced to recollect yet again. Liatino's going to head out as Williams is going to head on the ice. LTU clearing the zone now. Down the left side wall, here's Bibas. Sends it right out in front to Perron. Stops on a dime. Looks for Bibas yet again. Couldn't go tape to tape with Perron. Now we're going to be sent all the way down the length of the ice. 6:26 left to go. Lemke comes out of her crease. And that one a bad backhand. Could have gone poorly. Nixon tied up at the very end there. Little push comes to shove, and Lemke keeps that one out of the danger zone. We still sit 4-2, completely scoreless. Just 6 minutes left to go in this third period of action.
Hopefully Central Michigan can capitalize on the fatigue, as I said at the intermission report. It's getting near that time, so hopefully they can capitalize on something here.
Musser keeps that one. No, just misses it on the chop down on the blue line. And here comes Buckberger the other way with it. On Nixon. Nixon the stick sweep. Keeps it out. Here's Ortega. Behind the back of the net, sends one-time opportunity, fans on it, and CMU stays alive. Brooke Hubert tripped up by herself there. Here's Perrond. Sends it again to the slot. CMU comes away with it. Nixon on her stick. She's got Brooke Hubert to her right. Looks to send one on net, and that one just hits the chest of Valeria Ortega. Sato looks for the clearance. Picks it back up again. Sends one on net, that one around the back of it. So picking it up for the Chippewas, sending to the slot. They've got an open opportunity. Brooke Hubert out in front. That one blocked. Another rebound opportunity shot. Still loose in front. And Lemke probably had a couple of saves there. Keeping them ahead. Redirection yet again. Out in front. The Chippewas getting some really good looks here. Back out in the slot. Still loose. And it just skips past the blue line. Lapore can't keep it in.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Those were some wonderful passing and wonderful opportunities by Central Michigan offense. And as I say, she's overcrowded.
Well, here's Caster Gripe. She was smothered by a Blue Devils there. McIntyre sent it down. Alexis Zielinski going to take it away for the Blue Devils. Lapore sends over to Sato. Looks up for McIntyre. That one just missed. Del Rey out there with Caster Gripe and McIntyre. 4:14 left to go here as the Chippewas still down by 2. Sato up to McIntyre. This time up to Angerman. She's got Del Rey to her left. This is a great opportunity for him. Sends one on net. That one fans left. Angerman almost bringing the Chippewas within 1.
She was aiming for the upper left-hand corner.
And she's going to look to try again here. She skates left. Looks for a centering feed. Doesn't get it to go, so Palmer going to recollect the mistake. McIntyre down the right side wall. Sends it to the slot. Macy Angerman on the one-time opportunity. Gloved up by Lemke. Lemke just will not let anything by her this third period. She is standing on her head, and my goodness, CMU with 3:34 left to go. You can tell Maisie Angerman clearly frustrated with missing those last couple opportunities.
She's doing great.
But she has played phenomenally, yes.
She's getting in the slot. She's being where she needs to be. She just can't find it. Oh,
scores
whoa.
Off the downed Chippewas stayed on the ice. Believe that went off of, I'm not even sure. Wondering if that was Leotino's skate down on the ice, but the shot opportunity came at the hands of number 7, Declan Whitus.
So I think what happened there was Whitus shot it in. Leotino was forced down by a Lawrence Tech player, and it reflected off of the body on the ground. I think that was just a redirect off of off of off of Leotino laying down on the ground.
That one.
That was Angerman with the
assist. Angerman's going to pick up the assist there. They're just going to give it straight to Whitus. Well, Angerman won the draw every single time. Again, that shift for her. And that face-off win results in Whitus picking up a great slapper from the point and bringing the Chippewas within 1 now.
We take them. We take them.
Here comes Bebis. She dumps it down in with 3 minutes left to go. CMU desperately needed that. Williams and Nixon and Hubert all up against the boards, trying to take it away from Buckberger. They'll skate backwards as Musser sends it up to Hubert. One-time pass, now over to Nixon. She's got Williams to her left, dishes it on over to her. Sent off the glass on a quick little poke check. Williams gets smothered, and LTU will take it away. 3-4 still. You're wondering when Haney is going to end up pulling Schroer. That one just skips past Sato. Musser gets pinned up. Hubert with it now. Quick stick hit. Sends over to Sato. Sato trying to get past. Looks for a slot feed, and there's just no Chippewas home. They're going to send out McIntyre. along with Whitus. Caster Gripe. Sato stays out. Del Rey's there to finish the line. And they've got a great opportunity here now. Here's Del Rey. She sends one home! CMU scores! Kylie Del Rey ties it up with 1:51 left to go, and we're here at fours.
The Central Michigan captain showing why she is leading her team right now. That was a beautiful pass to the left post. Snuck it past Lemke for a wonderful lone goal. That was a phenomenal shot.
Well, that play just started off tremendously from the feed on a missed glove pass. She had Annie Caster Gripe to her left, faked the pass, took the shot, tucked it top cheddar, and CMU now sits here tied with 1:51 left to go. Timeout taken. And just as I mentioned that, wondering when Haney was going to pull that goalie, Del Rey says, you don't need to. Here's a goal for you.
Fantastic.
And now we sit tied.
Fantastic. I think Central Michigan really capitalizing off those mistakes from Lawrence.
Definitely capitalizing off that mistake. That was a very, very bad breakdown for LTU, and CMU took advantage of it.
Absolutely.
In what was a 9-1 win for CMU yesterday, this is kind of the opposite of the score you would expect. However, we still sit here tied. Del Rey is going to stay out there on the ice with her top line. That in the likes of Annie Caster Gripe and Caitlin Armstrong.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Rather, that's McIntyre out there with Caster Gripe. They'll switch it up. Send Lepore out there with Whitus. Their top line and defenseman. Quickly tied up. And here's Alexis Zielinski down the left side with speed. Hugging that post is Schroer. McIntyre's going to pick up the assist on the other one, but here's Del Rey with another opportunity. Loses on her stick, collects it again. Another opportunity, feed, scores! Del Rey, the feed to McIntyre. The first and the last minute of every period are so important, and CMU, within 10 seconds of each other in almost the last minute, scores twice to bring them up by 1.
Absolutely, Parker. You said it. At the intermission, you said that the last couple of minutes in a hockey game are some of the most important parts, and we are seeing that. In the flesh today, as Del Rey once again showing that aggressive nature going into the zone and causing that rebound goal. Called offsides.
Yeah, it's going to be called offsides there. Angerman a little too far for the ref's liking. 1:21 left to go. And we were just talking about when Haney is going to pull the goaltender, but now we're sitting here talking about when Lexi Bollinger for LTU is going to be pulling her goaltender.
Absolutely. And there's time. Lawrence Tech just has to muster up whatever remaining energy they have in order to keep themselves in this game.
Musser sends that one down. Here's Saudi down the right side wall. Leotino with a lot of speed. And this is a whole new CMU team than we saw just 3 minutes ago. Here's Buckberger down the left side. She skates, sends it down to Bibas. Buckberger on the one-time chance, fans on it. 49 seconds left to go, quickly gloved up. Push comes to shove. And there's a Blue Devil down on the ice. Slow to get up. 45 seconds left in this matchup. As we take a look down on the right side of this ice, Chloe Lemke is no longer in net. So we'll wait her to get off the ice. She does. And it is good to see her stand back up. We were unaware of who that LTU player was. Yeah, I believe it was Buckberger that got sent down pretty hard, so she'll head off. extra attacker out there for LTU. 6-on-5. Open net. LTU down by 1. 40 seconds left to go. Nixon out there with Hubert. Quick one-time shot opportunity, and they capitalize on the extra attacker.
Wow.
LTU scores.
Well, how about that? Their captain goes down, and they are able to rally. Take that anger and aggression and whatever energy they have, and they tied it up. It's a centering feed that was just slapped in and got underneath the pads of Central Michigan. That is not what you wanted to see, but a great rally from Lawrence Tech.
CMU now sits here tied 5-5. So they'll send McIntyre, Castor Gripe, Kylie Del Rey out there for the offensive trio. Emily Musser and Leah Palmer out there on the defensive pairing. Here's Benson. Sends it to Beavis. On the left side wall, down behind the back of the net, McIntyre collects. Sends it to the front. That's intercepted by the Blue Devils. Buckberger back out there.
10 seconds left on the play.
10 seconds left, now 5. And this one gonna end up 5-5 in regulation. As you hear overtime yelled down on the ice. So CMU and LTU ends 5-5, so we'll head to overtime in just a few short seconds. 5 minutes is going to be thrown up on the clock. First to score, classic overtime rules. 3-on-3, so it's going to be interesting to see who Haney is going to send out there. I wouldn't doubt Del Rey sits out there with Castor Gripe. It's going to be a battle of who's going to sit out there with the third.
Well, how about...
Probably Declan Whitus would be my guess.
Well, how about both of these teams just showing up for this last period of the game? What a back and forth period this has been. This has been phenomenal effort between both of these teams.
Well, great effort from, as you said, both teams.
Great opportunities, great puck handling as well between both sides.
So we're
Del Rey
actually
for
going to
us.
see Maisie Angerman come out there with Gabby Lapore. Rather, that's Saudi. And Leah Palmer, the defenseman. And they definitely want to win these draws. So they send out their best center in Maisie Angerman. Has not lost a draw yet. And she doesn't again. Chippewas taking away it. Saudi down the left side wall. She's got space. Stops on a dime. Looks for Palmer. Doesn't end up passing it over. She'll keep it herself. Dancing with it on the left side wall. Maisie Angerman almost had an opportunity. That's sticked away by LTU. Kept in the blue line by Saudi there. She'll just send one on net. Sticked away by Lemke. Maisie Angerman sticking with it. That one sticked out. Lapore. Rather, that's Palmer on it. Sends behind the back of the net. Maisie Angerman's going to go up for it. She gets it. Sticks it back. Now over to Saudi. Saudi with open ice, time, and space. One-on-one with the goaltender. Goes back door. She'll score! CMU wins it in overtime. They only needed a minute. And Saudi, with the one-on-one, becomes the overtime hero for the Chippewas.
What an absolute goal from Saudi. A beautiful carry in, mixing up Lemke, who has been phenomenal all night, and just puts it into the opposite side. What a way to finish.
What a picture-perfect finish for the Chippewas. They came back from a 2-goal deficit within just 2 minutes left. LTU came back, scored one of their own with the extra attacker out, and we head to overtime. Saudi finishes it all off for the Chippewas. So when we come back, post-game show will be underway where we recap all of the goals in that third period and all the action throughout the game. 6-5, your final score here in overtime. You're watching CCHN. back here inside Martin Ice Arena, where CMU took the overtime victory against the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. My name is Parker Morrison alongside Zach Kennedy. We had quite the barn burner for you today. We got Reagan Cleaves, an amazing job on camera and production, making sure that I get that in there. Well, let's recap that third and overtime period real quickly. That third period was so needed for the Chippewas after Perrond scored twice in the second to bring CMU down by 2. Delray and McIntyre, absolutely phenomenal play style in that third period. It started out with Delray tying it all back up, bringing the Chippewas dead even. McIntyre off the feed from Delray then went down, scored on her own, and was able to put that one home, along with Declan Whitus' slapper from the top of the point, bringing the Chippewas up by 1.
Yeah.
And then LTU finally getting in what was, probably not a shot that should have been let up. That started off with a very sloppy turnover to a wide open Pointman. And that one just got sent home to tie it up. Sent it into overtime. Chippewas still come away with the win, though, after Saudi's one-on-one with the goaltender, backdoor, sends it home, and CMU comes away with the overtime hero. Let's recap a little bit of your keys to the game we talked about in the very beginning, which was offensive pressure, zone possession, and taking advantage of those rebounds. So let's start with offensive pressure. Zach, what did you see out of CMU on the offensive pressure in this game today?
Well, Parker, I saw a lot of in-betweens. It was really back and forth the entire game. There were moments that Lawrence Tech shown wonderfully. They had the offensive possession. They were able to be aggressive in the zone. And then back at it again, Central, it was really going back and forth. They had their opportunities. And as we saw at the end of the game there, they were just had the more momentum to have it at the end of each period, which allowed them the win today, I think. So it was a bit of both, but Central did achieve that offensive pressure quite well.
Yeah, well, definitely. CMU almost looked like two different teams today at certain points in the matchup.
Tell me about it.
In the beginning, kind of looked like LTU had their number. The second period, for sure, LTU was just absolutely dominating the offensive zone. And then something clicked for them within the last 5 minutes of the game. Like, we beat this team 9-1 yesterday. We cannot lose today. So they'll take the series sweep. Zone possession, Zach, walk us through what you saw that one.
That one is a little bit more tricky, I would say. I think Central Michigan did have good zone possession, again, at times. It wasn't consistent. There was a lot of missed opportunities, a lot of different passes that didn't work out in Central Michigan's favor. They succeeded, but it wasn't the most dominant thing that I imagine we didn't see. They weren't able to achieve that 9-1 score that they had last night. It was a very different team, both of them, that showed up today. Lawrence Tech with a different energy, Central Michigan with a different energy. So I can't say they necessarily succeeded in that, but they did look good. They allowed pressure where they needed to secure this win. And a lot of possession, too. Their possession time was great. I would say the individual possession was their most important. Those breakaways, those opportunities where Lawrence Tech kind of mishandled the puck. They took it away, they drove it to the zone, and they got it in through some tricky passing, through some tricky handling, and backhanded shots into the back of the net. I think that's where they thrived very much today, and they did a great job with that.
They definitely did. Well, your last talking point, taking advantage of the rebounds. Walk us through a little bit of what you saw today. I know that CMU struggled a little bit at first, took advantage of a few of them, but overall, walk us through kind of what you saw out of this Chippewa team.
Yeah, I thought that would be a key opportunity for them. Unfortunately, none of those worked. Their rebounds, they couldn't get there in time for a rebound, and B, they kind of lost it, especially in the third period. Lawrence Tech definitely found that that is something that was lacking in their defense. They were crowding the net a lot more, forcing, basically denying any chance of any good, solid rebound from Central Michigan's offense to people who were, but there were opportunities there. I would say Macy Angerman and Caitlin Armstrong were two players that really got to the zone, got into that crease, hoping for any chance of any rebounds. Unfortunately, they just got lost with the amount of traffic that Lawrence Tech's defense was crowding in the zone. I saw a lot of that. Unfortunately, they couldn't get anything. But, hey, they came out with the win here, and they found a way to rally back.
Well, they definitely came out with the win. CMU advances to 9-3-1, a great record for them to start the year, only falling to Eastern 2 times throughout the season, and then 1 to Northern Michigan after that series split. LTU falls to 9-7-3, so both teams with 9 wins. Just a few with a little less than the other ones on that standpoint. Let's run through our 3 stars of the game. Starting at number 3, we have to give it to the LTU player, Kalina Pernod, number 23, the freshman out of Cleveland, Ohio. She had 2 tonight, 3 on the weekend, and overall, her her second period to rally the troops back and bring LTU to a 4-2 overall was a very impressive standpoint.
Absolutely. I would have to agree that because of her possession, because of her goal, that allowed Lawrence Tech to really own the second period of this game. And if it wasn't for them just falling off at the end there, Lawrence Tech had a very good chance to take this W.
They definitely did, and that's where our second star, Kylie Del Rey, comes into play there in the third period, where she started it out with a goal and then fed McIntyre for a great one-time slapper that sent it home. Whitus then eventually took that slapper as well and put the Chippewas up by 1. However, Del Rey just played phenomenal all weekend. She was quiet on the score sheet the first and second period.
Indeed.
And she had a hat trick yesterday. She picks up 1 goal, 1 assist today. So 5 points in total on the weekend, which is nothing to be ashamed of.
Nope.
She now sits at 18 points on her team. And number 1, first star of the game, we got to give it to the overtime hero, Zoe Sauty. She went off the ice with what looked to be holding her shoulder in the second period, came back and said, that's not going to stop me. Here's an overtime goal for you.
Absolutely.
And helped the Chippewas win the game. So, again, they advanced to 9-3-1, one of the best records they've had in multiple years come 9 games. And 9-7-3 is LTU falling to that record after the tough series loss to the Chippewas. Your final score, 5-6. Out-of-town scoreboard, we'll run it through you real quick. Your Detroit Lions sitting at 21. The Indianapolis Colts sitting at 6. And if the Detroit Lions are able to win this game, it is the first time that they've had 10 wins or 10-1 a record since 1952.
Wow.
Which is an absolute feat for them. So hopefully Detroit can get the win today as they are ahead right now. And CMU picks up their own win today. Again, your CMU volleyball team fell in the MAC tournament this weekend to Ball State. But still, nothing to be ashamed of, as they had one of the best records they've had in program history and a lot of talent and
Still
a lot
doing great.
of people coming back next year for a great second season.
Absolutely.
So your final score, once again, 5-6 in favor of Central Michigan University. 9-3-1 the record now. My name is Parker Morrison alongside Zach Kennedy. We thank you for joining us and spending your time with us this afternoon. And we'll see you guys next weekend for Central's very, very tough, next weekend, talk and send us out of this break. We'd be phenomenal. But Central will take a break this coming weekend for Thanksgiving, and they're back in action the following weekend. So thank you again so much for tuning in to CCHN. Don't go anywhere for next. Zach, you know what? You do the outro. I cannot be handled with this.
Thank you so much for watching CCHN Hockey. What a wonderful game to watch, and thank you, Parker, for letting me be here and color commentate for you. Hopefully I can do it more in the next time. Thank you again to Reagan for working the camera. He did a great job today. And yes, thank you for watching CCHN. We will see you next time.